I'm going to start with the horizon line because this one has perspective in it. This line here, because we got 3 die, is one major shape. Because of the shape of the die, we're going to practice perspective, and then when we start doing the pips, we're going to practice ellipses, and that helps with all kinds of good technique for drawing. Now that I've finished my preliminary drawing, we're going to do our wash. Which kind of helps to break the ice of all the white of the paper. And I normally start with these 3 colors, yellow, red, or blue. I do a variation of yellow, red, and blue. They are the primaries, and they pretty much make up every other color that you can think of. So combining these 3 in a preliminary wash, an initial wash, is a great way to get loose and creative. So I use the yellow as my lightest color. I'll start with the yellow. Actually, normally I try to start left to right, but this situation is a little bit different, and each painting is different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start my blue, actually. Blue is going to be one of the dominating colors in this painting because a lot of it is in shadow. And as you can see, there's a bead here. And that's the bead that you want to chase down the whole painting. And I normally don't clean my brush too often because I like to let the colors bleed on the paper and do what they want to do. But what we're going to do here is you want to move quickly, but not too quickly. You don't want to jump the gun on anything, but you do want to let that bead guide you. And the bead will be in several spots, but as long as you're working at about a 45-degree angle, or more vertically if you like, this allows you to have the bead. At least you can predict where it's going to be, and it's going to be at the bottom of your wash. If you're working on a flat surface, then the water could actually spread in many directions you might not want it to spread in. But here you also get this cool effect of the drips. Depending on how much water you're using, you can splash, get a little wild with the way that you lay down. Always paying attention to your shadows. You want to use the blue for shadows because they're cool. And we want to use the yellow primarily for the light that we'll see, because yellow is the closest thing that we'll have to the white of the paper, especially once everything kind of dries. This one, we want to connect, so we're going to connect with the blue as a shadow here. And there's even a bit of a shadow cast from this die over there, that's why I put the blue there. But you want to put the yellow because this side is in light. Got some more blue, touch it over here. This side is in shadow. And then focus on the shadows on the ground. You'll find sometimes that you don't use all 3 of your colors, or you'll use more than one, or one more than the other. And I think that just get splashes here and there. A little bit red. No, actually I think that's good. That is our initial wash. Kind of help get the paint started. And this is going to dry lighter than what you're looking at right now, which will help because we're going to do a couple more layers to bring out the depth.